The barbarians are at the gates. Today's Rome 2 siege for you here today, and as you know, a Rome 2 siege keeps the doctor away. It's medically proven, and we have a glorious siege for you here today. We have a 2v2, so kind of, you know, a smaller scale one, but looking at the armies, it looks like the defenders are some pretty stacked armies. I saw like Carthage's build as you like load in, and I thought, oh, I'm intrigued with what the funds are for this one, because there are a lot of elites, I feel like, in this one, both on the attack and on the defense. And we've got some pretty strong factions as well. We've got Egypt and Suebi on the assault, and then we've got Epirus and Carthage on the defense here at Bertigala, one of Rome 2's siege classics. You often see this map being used and played on. Not a lot of times you see people play on actually like sort of like Hellenic or eastern sort of like walled cities. People often enjoy playing on these barbarian settlements just because you don't have to deal with so many like horrendous archer towers and yeah, just easy to sort of assault and get through. But yeah, it's good to be back on Bertigala and back with some more Rome 2 as well. We've been diving into a little bit of DEI recently, but today we are here with some good old vanilla Rome 2, which arguably is still one of the most played Total War titles, even like what, well over a decade since it got released. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. I hope you do enjoy the video. If you do and want to see more Rome 2 shenanigans on the channel, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, that little like button down below, and if you haven't already and you want to help get us towards 13k subs, feel free to subscribe as well. But yeah, we have, I just realized the unit size is also definitely not on the largest, like 90-man units here for like archers, and like units are 120, but it should still be a pretty epic battle as shot. I just generally just realized that now. So yeah, kills definitely won't be as high, but it'll be certainly probably, you know, a bit of a quicker pace one, I guess, because there's less men to kill as well. Looking at the like the timer on this one, I feel like this is going to go pretty damn speedily as well. We've got Swordmasters here landing. Like I said, an army of elites here from Suebi. I also feel like Egypt over here has got a lot of thorax, but I also saw he had a whole load of Galatian Royal Guard on his towers. Yeah, he's got a couple here, and he's got a lot more Galatian Royal Guard waiting back here as well. We've got yeah, Cretans as well waiting, of course. They're a must bring. And what else have we got? We got any pikes? No, Thurio spears and Levy Thurio spears. But yeah, no pikes. I believe certainly that yeah, Epirus has pikes, and I think Carthage might even have pikes as well. So they could be a bit of a stumbling block there for the attackers. They got no real counter to the pikemen. Suebi obviously can't bring pikes. Egypt could have brought pikes, chose not to by the looks of it. He's just going to go without, and he's going to just, I mean, they can just try and shoot their way through them. It's probably the go-to tactic. Bertigala is a pretty tough one to use pikes on, because there's not really any definitive choke point at the end. Like, the cap point is here in this red circle. Quite hard to sort of pike stack all of these points here well. But it looks like we're going to see a pike defense here early on as well. Wow, look at this. Then we're all pikes being put in, oh god, being put right in the front line by the looks of it by Epirus. That's bold, because it's your most expensive unit that you probably can bring. Putting it in the front of it like this, you're just probably going to get it wasted, because they're just going to shoot it at it. You want to use it right at the end when the enemy's already expended a lot of its ammo and its energy and its units, rather than right at the beginning. Like, you want to be sending in, I mean, yeah, Mercenary Scutiari, a pretty decent unit, but one that you wouldn't lose any sleep over it being shot at with missiles, that's for sure, put it like that. So those are the sorts of units you want to be sending in. There's certainly Italian swordsmen sent them in first, for sure. These Mercenary Scutiari, we'll get up the stats now so you can see. They've got 42 melee attack. They actually are pretty damn nasty. They should rip through these Levy Thurio spears, but yeah, the 19 melee attack, they're going to do nothing there. I mean, yeah, 42 is even better than the Thorax. They just have better armor than the Scutiari. Only a little bit better. Like 15 better armor. But in goes the Scutiari, and that is going to be the first engagement of the day. Carthage taking on Egypt, two African superpowers battling it out for dominance here at Bertigala. Try and get a little bit more of a close-up so we can enjoy these beautiful units, which still, you know what, they can still hold up to this day. It's like, graphically still looks really good. Rome 2, in my opinion. Yeah, Levy Thurio spears here already getting absolutely destroyed. The Scutiari are getting disengaged, and the Javis, the Thorax are going in, and they are doing the work there on the Scutiari. Javis are just king in a row 2. They really are. Scutiari here again having another engagement. Looks like they come out second best in that one against the Thorax, and they're getting Javis still even more. Italians also trying to get involved. See how that goes. Yeah, Levy Thorio Spears there broken. The Scutiari done their job there. Both are winning in this one apparently. Yeah, there you go. Scutiari are losing, I was going to say. As soon as they get properly engaged with those Thorax, they're going to start to lose that fight there, I feel like. The armor stats just coming through there for the Thorax. Arguably one of the most useless, very heavy sword units. But in this instance, they're definitely doing their job. And the Javis coming in here again from Egypt, doing a really, really good job there, damaging those Scutiari. And they're being forced to fall back here. It looks like, yeah, the Italians and Scutiari, actually, they're turning this one around, looks like. They're also apparently to the Thorax. Hard to tell them what's going on there. They're trying to use this tower, though, as a support unit, which actually I really like there from Carthage. He's like holding this line, and he's like, well, if I can hold here and keep the tower in play for a little bit, we can get some extra passive kills. Because that arch tower will kill stuff. Once it hits it, it does damage. Looks like he's cycling out one of his Thorax here as Egypt, sitting in a fresh one, and that should be enough now to overpower the Scutiari. Carthage hasn't really set up a next line of defense. Don't know where he's planning on setting up. Looks like back here. He's already falling back quite a way into the settlement. Range units here. We've got Kimberly bowwomen. They are being already focused down. Archers here shooting them. That's really good to see because obviously you want to keep these Royal Guard alive. Looks like they are shooting the pikes while Empress is busy shooting the archers. I mean, really, you should just get rid of the archers and then just pick off the pikes. But yeah, it is a beautiful target. You do not want to miss out on this. My gosh, I just realized how many pikes there are. There are 4. What is this pike spamming going on? Usually, in Total War, like its rules are 1, 2, 4. So there's 1 artillery, 2 pikes, then 4 range. That is usually the rules. So Empress here definitely not going with the typical rules, but it doesn't really matter because they are just jabbing the pieces. This Empress player has no idea how to use his pikes and when to preserve them. And yeah, already Royal Pikes here getting just like jabbed to pieces, down to 73 from 120. Kimberly bowwomen here are getting focused down as well. Empress, I'm surprised, not committing more of his archers to try and kill these guys. He's got Cretan archers shooting. Yeah, Swordmasters head on. That's not going to work. You're not going to get many kills doing that. Save your ammo for getting good angle shots or shooting range units. So yeah, interesting there. Emperor's definitely a sus player there, that's for sure. And sort of maybe in quality and game knowledge going with so far, but we'll see what goes on. And Carthage here has done a pretty decent job so far. But again, kind of sent forward a token force, battered up some Thorax and some Levy Thorios Spears, but yeah, nothing too impressive just yet. But there's still time. It still seems like he's got lots of elites back here to use, obviously, these archers. And he's got even some of Empress's archers over here to support him. So we've got Libyan infantry, we've got more Scutiari, Sammonites, we've got African pikes as well. I imagine he's got some of the noble, like Spanish noble swords. I forgot what they're called, they're noble fighters. I mean, he's nearly killed this one Hellenic Royal Guard off. He could probably actually stretch this unit and just have it across this whole space. And save him then having both in it. But yeah, jabbing again. I was going to say he's got endless amounts of jabbies that he can just expend with these swordmasters here. And the jabbies are just, yeah, just unit killers. It's just like, it's kind of frustrating that everyone has them. They just kind of nullify pikes quite a lot. And it kind of like just doesn't make Romans special. But in this instance, where someone has spammed out pikes, gosh, you're going to be glad that you've brought, like you have an army that can also just jabby its way through. I mean, yeah, they are pretty much fighting, well, they're not fighting, standing here to the last man, 23 out of 120. Yeah, now they're going to go in. They'll get broken here, I imagine, on the charge of the Swordmasters. And there you go, those Hellenic Royal Guard. They got 5 kills. Well done, them. That's 1,000, like, quid, like, gold unit. Definitely more than that. Got 5 kills. This one's got 4. And yeah, that's all they're going to achieve. Hoplites now going into support. Good old Hellenic sort of style of pike stacking. Hoplites backed up by pikes. They try to hold back the barbarian tide of Swabies. Swordmasters are losing, actually. I think that's because of the pikes, and maybe they should have done with killing this Hellenic Royal Guard off here a little bit better. He's losing as well. Yeah, Swordmasters here are suffering. I doubt that's because of the hoplites. Hoplites are definitely not that special. The melee defense is 72 though. They are pretty tough to break through. This is going to be a bad move here from Swaby. He's attacking this line, which equally is pretty bad at letting roll guard. But he's going to get side-shotted here by all these archers. Again, also, Empress has brought at least 5 archers. 6 archers, by the looks of it. He's just rule-breaking like hell. He's just doing whatever he wants. Just bringing a lot of archers and a lot of pikes. I don't know where the rules were set, but yeah, definitely not a good sign there when someone just, you know, when someone ignores the rules set put in place. Or the typical rules set anyway. It looks like everyone else has followed 1, 2, 4. But yeah, just Empress kind of, yeah, Empress, sorry, just doing his own thing. Swordmaster's here trying to flank around on the wall as well. I see what he's trying to do. Pathfinder in there's kind of like done him dirty, but he's still kind of got a bit of a side charge off. Like half a dozen Swordmasters have hit the side of that pike line. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, just kill off the hoplites. Like he's beating them, and then if he beats the hoplites back, then maybe he'll also go in. Actually, Royal Guard are breaking here. Great to see. I think those Thorio spears, if you can actually target what you want them to shoot at with their jabbies, he's actually managed to kill those pikemen on. Swordmasters here breaking, 57 kills. Not that great for them either. They're going to break there. They're through here, as you can see. I don't know why. Oh, I get. Does he fall onto the back of them? No, I don't think he has. He broke through here, but then didn't persist with the attack. Really odd. Really, really odd. Don't know why he didn't do that. Over on this side, much slower. I think maybe just because the Egypt player can tell that his ally is winning. He doesn't need to push necessarily. Also, Carthage is looking like a much better, much more competent player, you could say. But yeah, Libyan infantry here. Going up against Club Levy should be an easy win for them. I mean, they're having a Javi off first, which I don't blame the Club Levy. Try and get some actual kills on the board before they get murdered. But yeah, there you go. Empress going to try and fall back with these units. It's going to get chased down here by these Egyptians and these barbarians from Germany. Looks like, yeah, he's going to fall back. We're all Peltas exhausted there, running away. If he makes a final stand at the final cap point, it could kind of already undo Carthage and his defense, because he's planning to stay a little bit further forward for now. I certainly am surprised they gave up this space, because I always feel like this area over here is quite a good place to operate and actually fight him. They kind of just let Epirus and Swaby land pretty easily. Oh, not Epirus, Egypt. There you go, Libyan infantry actually losing decisively. Club Levy actually having a bit of a go at this. I imagine this isn't going to last. I imagine that the Libyan infantry here will turn this around. These untrained warriors trying to prove themselves to their chieftain. They'll at least, they'll give it a go. They killed 8. Not bad. I've seen worse. Gutiari about to support, but we're going to see Galatians going. I think they might have a little bit more success. But again, still going to struggle to break through this Libyan infantry here. That is for sure. I'm surprised they're not pushing on this side as well, to be honest. Just like push here against these Samnites, these Libyan infantry. You can get some beautiful side shots here with your archers. You set your archers up. Spirit of the Foliage. Set your archers around right here. You can get beautiful side shots into the Carthaginians. I personally think the defenders are making some terrible decisions with where to set up their lines. Just allow themselves to get side shotted here quite a lot. Scutiari though, they're doing okay. 49 kills, not bad. They're winning as well in combat against Club Levy. Swordmasters have been sent in to back them up, and Libyan infantry are also going in now, and yet those side shots start to drop in, and immediately the Samnites and Libyan infantry fall back. That's from those Cretan archers there. And I don't blame them. There's no point in just standing there and just taking the losses. It's a bit like Epirus did. He just kind of stood there and absorbed them. He should have fallen back with his men. Yeah, the hoplites going back in. Weird. I mean, they are pretty much beaten, but get back every man you can get. You might need them at the very end. I'm a bit worried as to what Epirus has left, though. Obviously, he's spent a lot of money on those 4 pikeman units. He has none of them left. Leaving infantry and Scutiari here, still holding their ground, but they are starting to lose. Reasonable kills. Actually, both got pretty much identical kill counts right now. And Swaby is going to flank around because now that they've fallen back here, this is opened up to being encircled. Not that it's the end of the world. These 2 units here are pretty much spent. They're just slowing down the enemy a bit. Archers firing, counter, battering those Cretan archers there of Carthage. Nice, nice. Winning that range battle in Rome 2 is so important. We now have got an assault here from the Sword Masters going against Samnite warriors. Samnites are very heavily armored. One of the more heavily armored sword units you can get. 95 armor. Nothing to be sniffed at, that's for sure. Yeah, they're beating those Sword Masters hand over fist. Yeah, so maybe he's not slowing down. He's had early success against Epirus, and he's like, I want a bit more success right now. I mean, all these Sword Masters he's sending in are battered, so these Samnites are going to have an easy time over there. Fresher, quite literally in numbers, and also in energies. Why did Carthage send in another Libyan infantry, though? Why? Should have kept this back, just keep it here, safe. Does not need to be sending any more infantry into this death pot here, because this is just being wasted. It's getting actually encircled. Yeah, that's a bit of a waste of this Libyan infantry, which otherwise, you know, really good, really reasonable sword unit. Which, if it held in this front line here, could do a lot of work. And you still got Sammonites and Libyans here to go in, great, but I would have saved them. The archers as well, get them on the cliff, just in case, you know, you can get some cheeky side shots on, like, units as they go by. That'd be what I'd be doing. Looks like, again, the Sammonites holding here. They're actually beating a second Swordmaster as well. Incredible stuff here from these Italian allies of Carthage. Still winning. I mean, it's taking another one. That might be enough now. They're now combat even, rather than winning. If the Epirus player actually, instead of, you know, trying to shoot over here, he actually just stayed in his old position on that cliff, he'd be getting beautiful back shots right now into all these sword masters, and he would have won this fight easily for the Sammonites here. Got the second Sammonite unit going in to try and help bulk this up. That's going to make that very difficult for Swaby to break through. I mean, they are lucky that Swaby's pretty much committed. He's got, like, all of his infantry kind of thrown in there. And he's got a couple more spears, like wooden spears to go in. Like his, yeah, like, best spears you can get, which are okay. He's got one swordmaster left to go. That's his general. And that's it. That's him gone, pretty much. So Swaby could end up just throwing himself against the remains of Carthage and Epirus here and die. It doesn't look like Egypt's really throwing lots into the moment. He's kind of just quite happy for his Germanic ally just to, you know, weaken the enemy and then him take all the glory. But not to say that he will. It's hard to say what Epirus has got left. He's only got some infantry because there is a Sammonite warrior back there. If he's got elephants, which Epirus can bring, that would be exciting. Van's power is kind of, it's slightly in favor of the attackers, but not by much. That could suggest that maybe an elephant is available. Egypt's not taking any risks of any sort of flanking, and I like that from Egypt. Putting a Thurio spear there just to keep an eye on that flank. You never know, maybe the Epirus player might just try a sneaky little flank around with some infantry, now that he's not really doing much else other than supporting his ally. Got the range fight going on here. Yep, shooting those Cretan archers. Not a bad idea. Get rid of them. Again, I still feel like over here is a missed opportunity. Killing off so many sword masters, which some are winning, some are losing. Yeah, both those Samnites are losing, so they're going to need, they should do with some support of some sort. There's a lot of Germanic sword masters down here. The nobility of Germany has been funneled into one choke point, and right now is being beaten back by a few Italians. Like someone went wrong with the Axis power. There goes in a third Samnite warrior, this time from Epirus. And that is enough apparently to send the Swordmasters packing. Epirus and Carthage are not slowing down. So they're all going in against the Galatian Royal Guard, which is not a unit to mess around with. 50 melee attack, 69 melee defense, 75 armor. Some of those stats, they beat them into the Samnites, but not in melee attack, that's for sure. And we have got a bit of an engagement over here. We still have pikes over here as well, like the African pikemen, so they are going to be tough for the attacks to try and break through. They still haven't got, obviously, anything other than range capabilities like archers and jammies to actually counter those pikes. They've not got any pikes of their own. Like, they can magically spawn some in. Wooden spears doing their bit. The Galatians here, I mean, just jabbing the Samnites. Samnites been shifted from the other flank by the looks of it. They just left Epirus there to fight. Don't think that's a wise idea. I don't think they're going to win that. Yeah, Galatians are winning this fight. Samnites are losing. Again, if he had all his archers up on that cliff, even Carthage or Epirus, he'd be winning that fight, or at least be doing a lot more damage, that's for sure. Right now he's just shooting head-on at other archers. Fine, kill Egypt's archers off. Yeah, that's fine. But you're not winning any of the melees on the other flank. Right now, Egypt doesn't mind. He'll let his archers, it seems, just absorb these hits. He's got so many more back here as well. He's got rodent slings as well. Again, the Galatians kind of like another one of those units that, like, some days going to have like great days, and others not. Oh, there we go. Finally, Epirus. He's getting his archers up here. He's getting beautiful side shots. Someone has told the man he needs to get his troops up here, his archers, and you can just start to rain hell down on the enemy. Yeah, like Galatian Royal Guard, they're probably the worst of the elites. Like they'll get beat by Osworn, they'll get beaten by like noble fighters, Praetorians. They just aren't the best. And there you go, Samnites are going to break. We're going to see Etruscan hoplites. You never see them being brought in games. Okay, nice. They're very tired already. They will be brilliant for holding this choke point and then using the archers. Just as a side shot. And I mean, they are already still getting back shots into those Galatian Royal Guard. Much better there from the Epirus player. Actually, you know, inflicting a bit more substantial damage there. This looks like it's going to be beautiful as well. Look at this. Eric's thing is up here. Got a pretty decent line of sight just over this little cliff top. And into the mass of enemy infantry that are attacking us. Wooden spears, which I don't think are going to have the stats to break through the sword line here, but we'll see. Yeah, combat even, yeah, 900s, yeah, and wooden spears, they're losing decisively in some areas. The missiles still coming in, and they do damage to those wooden spears as well. We've got mercenary noble fighters in here, actually, for Carthage, along with the support of the pikes. It's a spicy combination, I'll give it that. It's very spicy. elite Spanish troops that can do some very, very good work. But yeah, they've got like 56 melee attack. Oh, it's good. Yeah, no wonder they're beating the wooden spears. That's for sure. I honestly think they've got enough here though, to beat this wave. Whether they have enough for the next couple of waves, I mean, we've got more thorax. They're not going to be doing too much. Yeah, 3 thorax here. 2 Galatians. Oh, maybe. It's going to be tight, you know. It's going to be tight. We've still got a Royal Peltas over here lingering. That should just be engaging this Story of Spears. This is an easy win here for the Egyptian. Sorry, for the Epirate player against the Egyptians. But that he has spammed like pikes, and that's technically like a bit of a no-no. I feel like I'm kind of roomed for the defenders a little bit here. Chernobyl Flyers are pretty banged up there. Only 117 kills, well, pretty poor for them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm used to seeing them with like, you know, 200-300 kills. This one's only got 40 kills, but it's very much more healthy. Swordmasters in combat here and losing immediately. They should be being focused down right now by enemy rangers. Why is his general charging forward? Yeah, he's just charging the back of his own Korean archers. And he's just charging through his own pikes. And then into not a good charge. Rome 2 cav charges already. Kind of just terrible. Charging through so many units. Your own cavalry to try and get to the enemy. Even worse. So you can see the player. He's going to pull through. He's so pulled through. He's not pulling through. And he's losing a lot of his bodyguard for no reason. Because he's just kind of getting stuck in here. And why is Emperor sitting as general? You don't need to. Unless you have literally no reserves. Oh, he's got those tiny Etruscan hoplites. Yeah, get them in. And Emperor's actually being aggressive. Oh, yeah. Okay. Emperor's just being aggressive. He's actually taking the fight to Galatian Royal Guard out here with Emperor. With the Etruscan hoplites. Not a wise idea. He's recapturing this tower as well. Seems to have a big obsession with these towers. The defenders. Not that important. Especially not this one. You're not even contesting this ground. They should have just stayed where they were. Could have kept one hoplite here and then sent another one back over here. There you go. Looks like Swordmasters are going to die, but it looks like the general here for Empress might also just die as well. And there you go. There goes Swaby's general. Swaby's general is now gone. Galatian Royal Guard going in to replace. And we might, I don't know, we're going to see Empress's general here in a bit of trouble, I think, soon. Seeing Headhunt being popped and Rallies being popped. Gotta be, I don't know, that's going to be a bit messy. If they lose the general here, which they might do, Empress's unit's going to break down. There's still a couple of them knocking about, you know. They could do with them on the front lines, really. Empress has got his hoplites engaging over here. There's a Royal Peltas that's somewhere in the back lines. There's not. Oh, there it comes. Why is he encircling? He's got no need. That Royal Peltas is needed on the front lines right now. Support that Epirate general and the Carthaginian one. There you go. Looks like the Archer Towers here. Yeah, they're focusing down through spears, supporting that. Just a lot of menu loose with the Archer Towers. Like these Etruscan hoplites, so I've lost probably too many men, untold amounts. There you go. The breakthroughs happen. Egypt is through. There is literally Archer. Oh my God! Just brutal volley there onto the general's bodyguard. It's literally generals and archers to hold back the attackers now. They've run out of infantry. Like I said, I think they've wasted a lot of money on pikes. And there you go. Here goes the Ptolemaic cav to try and kill the general of Carthage to get Carthage's general, which they have just now. I mean, his infantry will break to him, which is just merely archers. Epirus, funnily enough, has actually outlived Carthage. I'm kind of surprised by. Banspow, though, is still dead even, actually, weirdly enough. What does Epirus have left? I want to know. Because, like, I mean, unless these Carthaginian archers, once they die, it's just going to start shooting in his favor. It's now definitely a little bit more in favor of the attackers. Maybe just because of numbers. Like, the archers are mainly what they have left. They're not going to stand up to the elite Galatian Royal Guard of Egypt here. The Pharaoh's own men. There's a decent amount of infantry left over here. Actually, there's another... got an Italian spear here. Never see these guys being brought. But they're coming forward. Where were all of these? Why weren't they contesting the front line? Right now, the cap point's in danger of being attacked. The Epirus general's going to have to potentially go back in here. If he does, he's in danger of getting jabbed and killed.
Yes, Commander.
Carthage is having his infantry mopped up.
Orders understood.
I like how this archer here is just casually just shooting. He's like, don't mind me, just going to keep on shooting. I mean, Swaby's pretty much out. He's got like, yeah, these wooden ass spears. Pretty much gone. Royal Peltas setting up. Jabby those thorax swords. One of the things that the Royal Peltas have is extra jabbies. Evidently not today though, because they haven't used them. Go those Italian spearmen. Again, weird to see them being brought, but yeah, with all those archers dying, actually, that's really actually helped the balance of power there for the Egyptian player. General engaged here against infantry. Not a wise idea. He's going to probably try and pull him out here. Why is he forming diamond? I don't get the obsession with forming the formations in like Rome 2. I mean, it gives you a charge bonus and melee attack bonuses. Doesn't really matter when you're trying to pull out a combat though. I wouldn't try and form it now. His general has not yet died for Epirus, but if he does, I think that he's going to be a mass rout. He's super careful there. Egypt's general, I think, is pretty safe. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's behind several lines of infantry there. Epirus has actually managed to get his general out of there. He can break through this. There's maybe a chance. If they had any of their archers left, I'd say focus down the general of Egypt, try and genocide them. Oh, Egypt, what have you done? Did you do like a pull through? Oh no, he's just reorganized the line. I don't think they were meant to do it on purpose. It made a mistake there. I feel like just like angled it weirdly. And he's kind of getting encircled here. Epirus is now definitely pulling through. Look at that. Epirus has pulled through to get to the to try and, I guess, get to the general, or what's he trying to do? Or get to the cap point, but yeah, pull through there. This Epirus player, like I said, inexperienced, or just a cheater, or something like that. Doesn't know what is allowed and what isn't allowed. And it looks like the Ptolemaic cav here is just going to take advantage of those Italian spears pulling through. Charge, one part of the unit actually broke through, like pulled through. The rest is routing in combat. One less unit. Royal Peltas losing here. Combat even. Galatian, the Royal Guard, though, and Thorax here, yeah, doing the job. Doing the job. They've captured the point, which I think is wise, so desperately trying to get to the,
yes, Commander.
let's pull through. But why are there just so many units just scattered all over the place for Epirus? Like, where have they been? Well, fast forward this final little bit. There's literally not a lot of Egyptian units left, though. Like, one Thorax here. A couple more just dotted about over here, but yeah. I guess they're just blocking off streets, trying to stop Epirus' general from getting to this final point. He's going to charge in here. This, if he breaks here, this will be GG. This will be game. Like the slowest charge I've ever seen in history. Pretty winded. I don't think he even gave an attack charge order, that's why. There comes the Egyptian general charging the back of Epirus. That will kill Epirus' general, and that will finish the siege. And there you go, a costly victory, that's for sure, for Egypt. Yeah, certainly a weird one, that's for sure. A pike spammer, spamming pikes and showing that it does not work. You just waste a lot of your money. Like, I mean, I'll do it in an odd order because I don't usually start with the defenders. Yeah, looking at the kills, like look at that, there's like 4k worth of money here. And it's not even got 100 kills between it. And all these archers as well. Again, rule breaking being all these archers. Yeah, and I mean, this one got 193, 112, but I don't know what he's really doing with the rest of his archers. A lot of them just losing, it seems, in like in shoot-offs and not getting good angles and stuff either. So yeah, really, really weird. So yeah, even though he like could have won just about every single range battle, didn't. And then wasted his pikes by putting them in the front line straight away and not saving them for later on. Yeah, no wonder he just got over just over 1,000 kills there. So yeah, either an inexperienced player or just kind of a memer. I don't know what happened there. Cozy playing as Carthage, though, had a much, much better game. He nearly double the amount of kills that Simon did there. Getting 248 kills with the Balearic Slingers, 130 kills with the Cretan Archers, 123 with the Cretan Archer there, 130 kills with the Pikes, 139 with the Libyan Infantry, 102 with another one there, 139 kills with the Noble Fighters, and then, yeah, Scutiari, 94, 97 kills there. Then we have Uchiha Madara, who sent this video in. So thank you very much, man, for sending this one in. Playing as Egypt, 104 kills with the Giant Ballista, 114 kills with his Archers, 119 with another there. His Galatian Royal Guard getting 302 kills. Very, very nice. I'm getting so many chevrons. But all of them getting like triple figures, 127, 137, 102. Yeah, really the backbone of his army there. And then the Thorax getting 156 kills, 150 kills. Then we have Tiger Paws playing as Swaby, 95 kills with his general before he fell. His Kimbri Bowwomen, 116 kills, 208 with the Swordmasters, 120, 129. Then the Woodnaz Spears, 130, 152. So not too shabby for those. But there you go, guys. That is today's Rome 2 Siege battle. I hope that has helped keep the Doctor away. And if you need any more treatment, then do check out the videos appearing on your screen now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you folks next time.